Jax, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I was like Big Brother on the big screen. I think that means he thinks you did well, RAZORK?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is that correct?
I think I did well.
Do you think so as well?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, great game. I think you did really, really well, actually. We have some replays. You know, I think you were really impactful in the right moments. Overall, though, you said when you joined the desk, it was a pretty tricky game to play. Why was that?
Well, I think Corp is a pretty decent team, and I think usually the first day of LEC, teams are a bit more scared to make mistakes, and games are a bit slower. And yeah, we made many mistakes, they made many mistakes, and it came all down to like better comp or like better team fighting around objectives, and I think we were just better today doing it, so we won.
So you won. Jamada, do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I feel like even though the early game, I guess, was a little bit slow, I think around specifically it was the Herald fight was a bit messy. Can you maybe talk to us about that? What were the comms like there? Because I think it realistically could have gone either way. I think it ended up being a bit of an even fight. But again, talk us through that.
Well, I'm a bit mad to Humanoid because of that fight, because like I'm pretty sure this was a free fight if he just insta TPs, but he was like holding it and he was like a bit confused. And I think if he just insta TPs, we just sweep them. Like Jax walked us to us and he got to 1 HP instantly. And then just my Chinthao was like really strong because it's like my strongest moment in the game. And it was like, I think 3-4-3 or 3-4-4. I don't know. It was like very close fight. But I think this would be a one fight for us, like 3-4-0 or 2-4-0 for us.
Yeah, it went better after, though. This is a bit of a highlight reel of your play. Roxa, you were saying you were so happy seeing the Jax coming out, specifically versus Xin Zhao. So why did the Xin still take off?
Well, Bo made some early mistakes, and obviously RAZORK had the edge for most of the game. Bo had some moments where he came back, but ultimately it seemed like Fnatic were just able to play better as a team, really. And I was wondering, RAZORK, what is your communication like now with Trimby being gone? Because I know you guys mentioned last year when he joined that he leveled up your communication a lot. So what's it like now in comparison?
Yeah, I think I improved a lot with Trimby, and I think at the end of the summer split and including Worlds, I was kind of the main shot caller with Humanoid. Humanoid was taking over more mid-game. So I feel like right now I consider myself the captain or the shot caller of the team. I think I learned so much about macro. Marek has taught me a lot, and right now I feel like I can put that into the game by myself. Sometimes I even ask questions and he can like answer or help me in game. But I feel like I can like lead the team right now.
Okay, we were talking about Fnatic last year and how you peaked really high at times, specifically in Europe, but that when you looked at the year, you had to deal with different rosters constantly. Are you more at ease now knowing that, okay, we know what we got, what we learned from Worlds, we changed one part in the bot lane, and now ideally you'll have a whole year to kind of work on that project? I mean, I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah, I mean, last year was a really stressful winter and spring. I mean, things were just not going our way, and I feel like right now we only changed one player, and Noah is very comfortable with June in the ball lane. I'm also really comfortable with June because in the beginning he was like very shy player, kind of the Korean style, but I feel like he now feels like he's in his team, you know, like he's at home. So he feels much more comfortable. He's also really funny, and I like him a lot, yeah.
I saw his video he did. Like, I think he's going to be funny in content. It's always good in Fnatic. Pete's really happy.
How do you feel about playing jungle on the new patch? Like, how do you like it so far? What's your experience?
I think it's good change. I like the change. I think it was necessary. I like the bot grabs, like you can actually get that extra camp, and also there are some tricks that you can just one leave, you know, you get a lot of XP from it. I think it adds a spiciness to the game, and I honestly like what I'm seeing so far, because you can play anything. You can play carry, you can play like kind of tank, like with the Sejuani, Rel, and this kind of champs, or you can just go with the Titanic abusers, the Chinthao or Jax.
Yeah, that's good. And I kind of want to ask, you spoke about a couple of the champions. We've seen a lot of the champs that we saw last year, with probably the exception of Xin Zhao probably standing out. Do you think we're going to get a slightly different jungle meta with that in mind? It's harder to gank, there's more stuff to do with the grabs, and like you say, you get maybe a bit of an XP lead. Do you think we might see a couple more heavy farmers kind of come out from time to time with that in mind?
I'm not sure how the meta will develop, but I mean, for sure it's harder to gank. You could see on top, like the Gragas puts a ward and he spots the whole lane. But for sure it's easier to dive. at least on bot lane from red side. So you will see a lot of dives, and also mid laners can easily move right now. Even if you don't have prio, you can just give up the wave. You have a path to your blue buff, so it's like really easy to collapse on enemy jungler. So invades really need to be well synchronized right now.
A lot to learn, but it sounds like you're pretty excited about it. You're playing well on the patch, I would say. If we look at this game, we're going to take a look at the Baron steal as well once again. And, well, Karmine also just kidnaps Bo out of the pit, I believe. Let's take a look.
Yeah, we were just calling that Oscar was going to take out the the Jax, and I can just smite.
So it was easy.
I mean, he made it easy for me.
Yeah, exactly.
He kind of
That's what
set
I
me up to steal that one. On the first one, it was like 79 HP. The heat on the moment kind of pushed me to smite a bit earlier, but it was very close. Yeah.
Okay. Generally, with the Baron change and how there's 3 different ones, etc., I thought maybe it would make a bigger impact in terms of it being harder to take. Seems like that's not really the case, or?
I think it is so hard to take.
Okay.
Like right now,
Roxo was lying to me.
you won't you won't see too many Baron Rush at minute 20. I mean,
Yeah.
this game, Corp did it because they had Asir. And they just kind of one-shot Nash.
Yeah.
But I think overall, like you have Nash with 15k HP at minute 20. That's way harder to take than
Yeah.
before. So, I mean, yeah, you won't see people rushing Nash, but there will be a lot of fights around Nash. People
Regardless.
trying to bait the objective and fighting around it, for sure.
I mean, Riot was trying to make it a bit more interesting because it was kind of always the same with the Riot. Do you think they have succeeded here? Like, do you think it's going to be more dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, there is one Nash setup where you can enter from both sides. Yeah. That's like
sick.
So weird to set up and fight because enemy jungle can steal it from all the sides. He doesn't even need the dash, you know, you just need people to actually stop him from moving. So I think it's going to be interesting, this new season.
It sounds like it will be. Next up, we have Giant X going up against Vitality. We're almost there. Jimada, what are your thoughts? Of course, changes to both rosters?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in